The Real Enemy. Written Saturday, February the 15th. Years ago. I have ranted enough. I stand corrected. It is not the DEA in general nor the local police departments who are the enemy. In fact, they are there to prevent the real lawbreakers who break the law from destroying the peace on earth. Yet you know about justice. It is the same as just us. Nevertheless, sometimes we get rogue agents who, although operating under an agency that is allowed by God to maintain justice, we get bad agents that becomes justice in themselves. This is outside of the laws of the United States. In other words, they could care less about a person's constitutional rights, especially if they are male and black. If they want a conviction, they break the law by lying at either of the following stages: 1. The initial circus. 2. Indictment. Or 3. Presentation to the grand jury. When one tries to present evidence to the contrary, they are thwarted by at times their own defense attorneys and the system in general. All this is motivated by greed. FBI agents call their people. They say, "We got him," and they invite friends to move into the property for pennies on the dollar. Believe it or not, the injustice is also motivated in part by the assets the victim accumulates. Greed is used to justify confiscation by maritime law. They say, "Oh, he was just a drug dealer." A check of even the law professors at the local law school are not aware of this type of law. How can it be not meant to be countered? Those who help the D with lies in their plea get to keep the property, as was the case for a certain pediatrician. When the false evidence is presented to the Justice Department with lies, they with passion pursue conviction. The policy of lying, which to my knowledge is not the usual policy of the local police force or the DEA. The damage is done in an ongoing way by the local post-internet media, who do not care about truth in much of their reporting. The press then participates in the cover-up since the days of losing market share. This happened when the internet marketing began, and there is less journalism. This creates less probability of jury by peers and subsequent re-entry of an individual into the community after misprisomet. The internet has taken so many advertising dollars that local print headlines issues that create the most sensationalism in order to sell papers. This is with the approval of a few people within the community who believe that they can judge the individual vilified and forsaken, made impotent, unable to utilize years of training and expertise. In essence, trial by press punishment, then internet ongoing punishment. My original search warrant had lies relative to a testimony by a Harris County police officer. This was not mentioned in the article, which was fake news mentioning me. She actually testified for me in a state trial against pharmacist James Poindexter, then against me in my original search warrant. I have a DVD from the VHS video of the 45-minute exam. This was an exam that I gave all patients. I gave her the exam seen on video, but there was also a written statement by this female officer pertaining to the then VHS video. The aforementioned does not take an army or an agency or a local police force. I have been guilty of overgeneralizatio. Only a few of the agents within the DEI and local police officers have colluded to expose the community to harm. I assume only a few would give half-truths to mongrel heathen reporters who know they are printing lies and half-truths. Only a few would lie to destroy for money. The offer stands. I ask for the Houston Chronicle to produce facts to rebut the aforementioned. I not come up with some money for damages. They have destroyed my name. What is supported by facts? What would you suggest to be done relative to this press? Destroying you every day on eCrow with lies, ultimately generating profit. Every new job applied for finds this as first listing on Google due to paid support and listing. Should we just forgive and forget? I probably will. With counseling I have faith that my God will correct all wrongs. Yet nevertheless, whatever the outcome, the battle is actually the Lord's, and I will leave it in His hands.